Hey everybody, DM Gallibond here, and today on Lore Friday, we're going to be talking about the Whorlstone Tunnels. Now, this is yet another adventure from the long Chapter 4 from the Out of the Abyss campaign that was published in September of 2015. And as with all of the other adventures that are in this chapter about Gracklstugh, this one is aimed at characters of 2nd tier and 5th level. The Whorlstone Tunnels serves as the underground of Gracklstugh, the home to the Grey Ghost Thieves Guild, as well as other outcasts from society. The theme of this particular adventure is to survive the dangers of the Whorlstone Tunnels and elude capture by the Grey Ghosts or worse. The setting for this one is the tunnels underneath the Duergar city of Gracklstugh, located on the shore of the Dark Lake. And the hook for this one is upon the orders of the Stone Guard, the orders of the Keepers of the Flame, the orders of the Wormsmith, or just on their own curiosity, the PCs must search for a fugitive and or find a valuable item and or just go exploring. All of these will lead them into possible confrontation and encounters with the Grey Ghosts and perhaps some other denizens of the Whorlstone Tunnels. Now, this is the most expansive and sprawling of all the adventures of Chapter 4 in the campaign. In this adventure, a complete new set of environmental features is provided. In addition to being kind of a strange and wondrous physical environment, the whole area is infused with a kind of innate magical effect in the Underdark called Faerzress. I'm putting that on the screen because I'm not quite sure how that's supposed to be pronounced, but Faerzress, it's the way I pronounce it. This Faerzress normally has some beneficial effects, such as a glow of dim light and some protection from divination magic. But the presence of the demon lords in the Underdark has corrupted it, and now people who stay too long in such areas begin to be affected by a kind of madness that is spreading from the influence of the demon lords. Now, another strange effect of the Faerzress in this area are two kinds of edible fungi, unique to Gracklstugh in the entire campaign. These fungi are called bigwigs and pygmyworts. A creature that eats a bigwig has its size doubled for an hour, as per the enlarge or reduce spell, and a creature that eats a pygmywort has its size reduced for the same period of time. Eating one of these after the other will cancel the effects of both. Multiple fungi of the same type will not increase the effect or the duration, but a creature knows when the hour is close to expiring and can add another hour to the effect by eating another one of the same fungi. These fungi are only found here in the Whorlstone Tunnels, and sadly, for those kind of players that want to take advantage of this, those fungi quickly lose their magical properties if they are taken from the Whorlstone Tunnels. DMs, you are under no obligation to explain that to the players. Oh yeah, sure. Harvest a bunch of these. Take them with you. Alright, so there's also a host of random encounters in the Whorlstone Tunnels that are unique to this area of Gracklstugh. Among the dangers PCs may face here are carrion crawlers, demons, flumps, grey oozes, plant monsters, grimlocks, swarms of centipede, zorns, and yellow mold. In past videos, I've hinted about several reasons the party may come to the Whorlstone Tunnels. Several different factions want to question a Darrow messenger named Droki who works for the Grey Ghosts, the Gracklstugh Thieves Guild. There are several places within the Whorlstone Tunnels that the PCs may find this messenger, and it's possible that they may even learn about some of the underworld connections in the city if they have the patience and the good fortune to follow this messenger on his rounds without being spotted. But this Darrow Scofflaw is far from the only person the PCs may find, and they may stumble across many more bizarre and disturbing locales as well. One such locale is something that looks like a macabre cathedral decorated with the corpses of humanoids that have been ritually murdered and positioned with meticulous care by some person or persons for some purpose the PCs may choose to investigate. Other bizarre sites in the Whorlstone Tunnels include a medieval alchemical laboratory, dancing mushrooms whose inspiration for their cavorting comes from one of the demon lords loose in the Underdark, some grotesquely deformed monsters that are mutated forms of Underdark denizens, a secret cabal of cultists, a strange obelisk of unknown origin and purpose, and the missing red dragon egg. Now, obviously, I'm being quite vague because revealing too many details would spoil the fun the PCs will have exploring this area and navigating all of its challenges. The answers to some of the questions that quest givers and Gracklstugh have can be found in the Whorlstone Tunnels, but the PCs may thoroughly investigate the area and find themselves filled with even more questions they had than when they first entered the Whorlstone Tunnels themselves. I can't really say more about what happens here because saying more is going to give away too much of the fun. So I'm just going to kind of leave it there in terms of what they are going to find, and I will let you as DMs figure out how you want to build these various things into your campaign if you are running Out of the Abyss, or if you choose to take this out and put it in your own homebrew campaign. The most common enemies you'll find here really depends on what part of the Whorlstone Tunnels the PCs are in at any one time. In certain parts, they're going to find higher concentrations of either Darrow or Duergar. Now, there's also many other kinds of creatures here. Like I said, you'll find a whole group of dancing animated fungi, and you'll find all kinds of other creatures here as well. The most difficult single encounter may come if the PCs try to fight the members of a cult they may find. Now, the cult leader is a named Darrow Savant, CR2, with an Etten CR4 for a bodyguard. Depending on how the fight goes, some of the cult members may also join the battle, making it even more difficult. Special creatures or items that you'll find here, there are several unique creatures in this area that are corrupted by the influence of the madness spreading from the demon lords in the Underdark. There are a good selection of potions and a few other magic items the PCs may find in their travels through the tunnels, depending on which areas they explore and how thoroughly they search. Finally, there's the red dragon egg, which will eventually hatch a red dragon wormling, CR4, that bonds with the first character it sees. Now remember, we talked about Themberchaud's lair. I said, woe be it to you, Mr. Ms. DM, if you allow your players to say, please, 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 can we keep it, can we keep it? You are responsible for anything that happens if they decide to hatch that red dragon egg. My favorite part of this adventure is the variety of terrains and biomes that you can find in this relatively compact area. The Whorlstone Tunnels are like something of a maze on their own, and the pervasive effects of the madness seeping into the Underdark from the Demon Lords only heightens this sense. This map would be great for use in any underground setting in your campaign, such as a mine, the ruins of an ancient kingdom, or the seedy underbelly of a city in your own custom setting. The easiest homebrew adaptation, really the beauty of this adventure is that each separate area and its associated encounters could be split off from the others and used independently, with connections being made to an appropriate plot, NPC, or faction in your own homebrew game. That means the possibilities of reusing this particular adventure in your games are nearly limitless. And most of the creatures that are found here in this section have been around for many editions of the game, so it's very easily adaptable to older editions without many changes. Now, if you have been watching this far, I really thank you so much. I appreciate it. I would love it if you could subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and click that post notification bell so that you get notified every time new content drops. Next time we come back for Lore Friday, we are going to be talking about the hold of the Deepking. And believe it or not, that is going to be our last visit in Gracklstugh. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk to you later. Good night, everybody.